Everybody, great is his reward. There are certain laws of the Torah that we cannot fulfill, whether it's because we have no temple or priesthood, um, or whether they are against the laws and ordinances of our state or city. For example, we can't pass judgment on a murderer or adulterer and execute them because that's against the laws that we have right now. We can't fulfill not murdering and not committing adultery. So I included that on our list. I did not include Deuteronomy 23 as I see that there is a distinction between the congregation of Israel and the church of our Messiah that was implemented in Matthew. Um, I know a lot of you Messianics will be in disagreement with me, believing that everything came out of the Old Testament. But the congregation inside of Deuteronomy 23 would not allow bastards or men whose genitals have been crushed to enter into the congregation, and the church inside of Matthew, on this rock I will base my church on. Its charter is spiritual warfare. I will take it to the very gates of hell, and they will not overcome you. That is not the same charter as in Israel. There's very little actual spiritual warfare that took place in Israel in the Old Testament. So I'm going to be super open. If any of you have any additional commandments that I have not included, please put them into put them into the comments. We all understand I'm not going to be the one judging you on Judgment Day. So if I miss one, that's on you. That's not on me. If anyone, I don't want to hear anyone complaining, well, Morgan didn't include X. So I thought, no, if someone has a better list than me, go with them. This exercise or this video is in the absence of anyone else coming up with a better list. So I'm asking everyone within the sound of my voice to do as much as you can in the small window as we have. As you can see, there are really not that many laws. Most of them come out of Leviticus 19. The feasts are still in play. The year of Jubilee is still in play. The Shemitah is still in play. Find yourself a calendar that you're convinced of and go with them. If your thought is it's a shame that a non-Jewish Messianic believer is coming up with this list, I concur. I agree with you. I am not qualified to come up with this list. Nevertheless, I did. Someone in the Old Testament, someone within the law, should have come up with this list and should have gave it to me, but they didn't. Um, and that goes to the point. Everyone is scared of putting their beliefs in the law on paper or video, and including what commandments they hold to, and by extension what they don't include. Because everyone is scared of Matthew 5:19. Therefore, anyone who sets aside one of the least of these commandments and teaches others according will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever so practices and teaches these commandments will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Everyone is scared also of Deuteronomy 4:2 about subtracting and adding into the word. And these are legitimate concerns. Okay? If you're going to err in the side of fear of God. However, that's still an error. You still missed. Our number one concern as teachers should not be what happens to us on Judgment Day. It should be presenting our flock mature or perfect before Jehovah on Judgment Day. If that means being a hypocrite, so be it. If that means we'll suffer, that's our lot. We cannot allow someone with a sincere heart to be untaught. We cannot allow a spiritually diligent man or woman to mine in soot and let their efforts go to waste. We have to help them out. We have to. We are teachers. This is Law Script 1.0. If you've written a better list, call it Law Script 2.0 or add to mine. Everyone, including people I respect, seems to be afraid of getting it wrong. Fearing being wrong is not hunger and thirsting after righteousness. If you call yourself a light to the Gentiles, Messianics, I'm looking at you, yet you think you can hide in the shadow of ambiguity, or you call the Gentile church a bunch of heretics, yet you think you can live inside of ignorance because you didn't include a certain law, you flatter yourself at the expense of your brother. Our God knows what you're doing. There is no protestation without reformation. The law of the Lord is perfect, restoring the soul. The testimonies of Jehovah are sure, making wise the simple. The precepts of Jehovah are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandments of Jehovah are pure, enlightening the eye. The fear of Jehovah is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of Jehovah are true. They are righteous. They are more desirable than gold, yes, much fine gold. They are sweeter than honey, than the drippings of the honeycomb. Moreover, by them your servant is warned. In keeping them is great reward. What separates me from other teachers is not that I don't fear Deuteronomy 4:2 or Matthew 5:19. I do, every bit as much as you do. But as much as I'm afraid of punishment, I'm even more afraid of missing reward. If you want more out of your life than being Satan's punching bag and having life more abundantly in this world and the world to come, come with me. Morgan McGee, Greatest is a Reward, My Cryptos, my book on Amazon, Prosperity versus Austerity Doctrine. Take this journey with me. For myself, I believe I saw the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. And I can't unsee her. I can't unhear her voice. And I cannot forget her figure. No one's breaking any tackles or breaking any ankles or slaying any dragons to get me what I want. What do you want? Not what you want. Tell other people what you want. What do you really want? You are not going to get what you want by accident. You have to mine for it. You have to work hard and you have to seek it.